Here we go. Yep. Down to the super duper you wanted, we got it all, Mom. Well, it was Saturday morning, I was up with the dawn. Put a fresh pot of coffee on and discovered I was out of cream and sugar. Now I know I could have drank it black, but you know every time I do I get an attack somewhere between my esophagus and my liver. So I threw on some jeans and a shirt, one without a stain or too much dirt, and I headed down to the Got Everything store. The minute I got there, it hit me. Something jogged my memory of the last time I said I wasn't gonna do this no more. I realized on aisle one, this was not gonna be any fun when a lady asked me if I could show her to the feminine hygiene. I said no, and only because, quite frankly, I didn't know where the hell it was, and she said something about hormones and then proceeded to create a scene. By aisle 6, things were a little bit better until I got run over by a motor scooter and a senior citizen speed demon on his way to aisle 10. I caught up with him about aisle 9, and I was just about to give him a piece of my mind when I slipped in a wet spot. Aisle 9's where they sell Depends. Yep. Well, by the time I got to aisle 12, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it myself. Let's just say it involved a woman and something called see-through pantyhose. I swear I hope that I never, ever have to buy anything that goes on my leg that would barely fit over my toes. Then somewhere around about aisle 22 was a cranky woman, 3 kids with the flu, and Daddy, I think, reading a can of motor oil. Then the next aisle over got really serious. Some strange-looking guy with a lot of body piercings who I really don't think understands what you're supposed to do with crab boil.
Like cool.
Oh, they got everything you want. A lot you need, a lot more you don't. You can just fit it in your shopping cart. And you're always treated to a show each and every time you go to the super duper you wanted. We got it all, Mart. See, that's just the checkout staff. Know what I mean? Now, I found something on aisle 30, I don't know, but I still think was dirty, and I looked it over 7 times just to be sure. It read for maximum pleasure and contained some kind of lubricant and a tape measure, and you could buy it by itself, or you could get the his and hers. Then I got to aisle 33. Found a barbecue grill, accessories. Did you know they make 6 different kinds of tongs? I tell you, I've never seen such in my life. Until I got down to aisle 35 and found 31 different colors of something called a phone. Oh, but I gotta tell you, I loved aisle 38. It had rods and reels and fishing bait. It had bows and arrows and guns and bullets and camouflage. Then I got to aisle 40, and good gosh almighty, lordy, I found a bug zapper to hang out in my garage. Yeah, and you know I've been needing one of them. Then finally, on aisle 54, I remembered what I went in there for. Sugar. Oh, I couldn't believe my eyes. There was packets and bags and buckets and barrels and cartons and cases and something that looked like the super whopper duper economy size. So carefully I made my selection and turned around to head in the direction of the no frills, all thrills self-checkout aisle. I looked up, there she was. I got scared as hell, you see, because she had a cart full of feminine hygiene products and was wearing a disturbing smile. They got everything you want, a lot you need and a lot you don't, if you can just fit it in your shopping cart. And you're always treated to a show each and every time you go to the super duper you want it, we got it all, Mart. They got everything you want, a lot you need, some you don't. If you can just fit it in your shopping cart, and you're always treated to a show. Each and every time you go to the super duper you want it, we got it all, Mart. Yes, ma'am. Please feel free to go ahead, ma'am. No, I don't mind at all. Hey, by the way, how many different scents of that do they make? Really? You are aware that this is a 21 item or less item. Tell me, what's the difference between morning dew and afternoon storm? Really? Look at time. I'll just move over to this next aisle. Thank you very much.